A trip down memory lane to my very first audition to where I am now. I was hired to play HUD in Hair at the Arizona Theater Company with the most extraordinary company of actors. I did the non-equity national tour of In the Heights. I then got my Broadway debut in the ensemble of Kinky Boots. I was in the original Broadway company of Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and now have just released my debut album, Broadway Soul Volume 1, where I take Broadway songs and I give them a soul and R&B treatment. My why for being an artist is, it is to me the highest level of self-expression. To tell stories that really make us think about the human condition and check in with each other and not feel alone. And that's what the arts are for, to let us all know we're getting through this together.
Do you hear the people singing the song of angry men?
I guess the transition from being in Broadway musicals and originating to Broadway roles and then making my own content kind of came out of necessity. I was unemployed at the time, and I realized that I always heard music differently than the way it was written. So I got with an arranger and I started rearranging Broadway songs my way. By creating this content, I was putting my voice out into the world for casting directors to see, directors would see, other young artists would see. And next thing you know, I had a club act, which then became an album. It has taught me so much about the business, both sides of it, how to be a better actor and know what that job is when you're trying to facilitate and bring a project to life, as well as the other side of it, what creatives go through to make something happen. There's so much organization, there's so much planning, every piece of the puzzle, and more importantly, how you take care of the people who are helping you make things happen. It's made me a better artist and a better creative. What I've learned the most from, when I first started auditioning to auditioning now is to just be yourself in the process. Doing that has helped me more than walking in and trying to be what I think they want. AMDA gave me the structure of knowing that it's a business and how do you function in that business. You can love your job, but how do you learn how to do your job? When I meet young people, they typically ask me, how do you get there? I don't believe there's such a place as there. Every tiny step I take gets me to someplace exciting and new. I would tell first semester AMDA me that you cannot fall through the floor. If you fall, and you'll get right back up. But this is the place to be brave.